Checking again, this box here needs a beautiful copper earth wire here connected to a clamp here on the railway, if I can zoom into here. And again here, we're coming up here to one of the main spreaders, another earth connection here on the clamp. And again, the middle spreader is faulty, second faulty middle spreader. Italians would say madai. That is dodgy to the max. So the panels are not floating in between as they designed. They're lying on the railway sleepers and exposed to the actual vibrations, which is bad. Because the next set of 3 panels, I now have lost count. And again, after 3 panels is the same galvanized box. This time the spreader is working. And you have the next set here. Another 3 panels, and again the spreader is correct on this side, and we have in between spreaders. As you come along here, you have another working spreader, again with the same rusty adjustment screw. So literally the sides galvanized, the panels are actually in galvanized frames. I can't see in between connection, and spreader is working here. There's quite a bit of dirt in the center here, and if I look at here, there could be a bit of panel damage on the side or an oily liquid, but looking close in the panel I can see a shade here. I would say there's another section here. I'd like to put a meter on it and see if they produce the same amount of power. And again, you got a spreader here, which seemed to be correct. Second last of 3 panels. And we got a little bit of a rusty liquid here. A bit of a rust that goes in between galvanizing stuff with rivets here. That's just not what I call proper engineering. Again here, the panel appears to have a heat damage spot here. That's probably all in series. And we got the second last spreader here, which is not one of the 2 faulty ones. Again, oh, not the chattering box. This is actually screwed down. That's different again. And I could hear the barrier is complaining. So train is coming. This is the second last spreader here. Oh, here's the train. And then it's the last spreader. So here, I'm now filming the train approaching, so it's properly on here. We've got to go a little bit out of the way here. So that's the beginning of the Solar One, and the train's approaching. Fully electric 15 kilovolt train. I can feel the vibration. There goes the train across the solar panels to the end of Butte. It didn't stop, so you got a green light there. If we go in here, and there goes the train. The train signal is green, and it's a shocking construction here. I have to say Dave was right. Anyway, I made it to Butte. I got this thing filmed, so the train will eventually come back again because it's a dead-end station in the little chicken village of Butte. So we got on here more panel damage. I reckon it's a complete dot. I cannot actually say whether it was like sunshine. It's pretty bad. I mean, the train's not going to run me over here. Let me put the hand on here. Oh, it drops off. It's some kind of contamination which surely will influence these panels here. I mean, if I look at this, it would have to be cleaned off. And in between spreader, yeah, it's got rust. It's like the rubber on the end here, so you don't get too many different metals. A bit of rubber and a bit of it looks like steel going under the gull with a clip. It's clipped in here. As dodgy as can be. That's the end section here. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be here, but I am here. So again here the rusty adjustment, and you can see all these dots here on these panels, and we're looking all in here, zooming in here. It sounds like 50 meters of solar panels, solar railway. If you look very careful, it's not even straight, it's zigzag. There we are, Butte, Switzerland, the solar leading nation, maybe or maybe not. So I'll let the viewers be the judge here. Thank you very much for putting up the patience. And the report from Butte, Neuchâtel, Switzerland, from the second best technical university called EPFL, and I think it's a private contractor. So it's a, I don't know, it's a 9 months trial, or I have to read it up. Thanks for watching.